Okay, this is the last of the ones that I'm going to share today, and it's the last one that I did on paper. And the idea was to turn sadness into something else, exclamation mark. I think there's an element of like hormones related to some of these, and also like the pressure I put myself under, like my own high standards, sometimes leaks out as frustration or sadness. It's not real, so that's kind of why I wanted to put it in a picture, to get it out. Anyhow, so there's a bird on the right hand side, what looks a bit like a wig on the left hand side, or like an open doorway kind of thing, and then sort of like a fuzzy image on the bottom left, which I'll zoom in a second. And the colours are quite bright, purple, green, yellow. Reminds me a lot of like the peacock colours. So there's a lot of vibrancy and life. And interestingly, the background of this, I use watercolours, which I don't use very often at all. In that bottom left image, which is just sort of quite like a speech bubble, I guess, there's what looks to me like a kneeling man with his arms outstretched. But now that I look a bit closer, it looks like he got something else outstretched as well. I kind of see that as a little bit in veneration to the female figure that stood above him, with her arms outstretched with one slightly higher than the other, her knee leaning towards him. A bit like a warrior pose. Maybe they're both doing yoga or something. So with that sort of hair portal that I can kind of see, I kind of liken that perhaps to Coma Berenice, which is the constellation, which is the hair of the Egyptian queen. She cut off her hair, which is probably symbolic. But interestingly, that particular asterism, I think it is, used to be the tail of Leo, and makes a V shape, because there is some definite yoni type symbolism going on there, and it looks like something is entering. I can't quite work out what that's meant to be. It looks a bit like a shark from here. It could also be a mouth, somebody opening their mouth and talking. And then I kind of see this bird as flying very free, so very happy. Reminds me a little bit of Isis and the connection with the kite. I think I've mentioned before that there's an asterism in the Bootes constellation, which is a kite, which is also known as an ice cream cone. I think Isis and the kite are referenced in the opening the mouth ritual. So I do really like this one, actually. It speaks of a lot of freedom and power and taking control. So again, it achieved what I set out to do. Thanks for listening, and please like and subscribe.